you can find the batteries, then you can play Sega Game Gear. Welcome to the Classic Game Room Intergalactic Space Arcade, where I'll be reviewing Outrun Europa for the Sega Game Gear. Sounds awesome, doesn't it? Well, we'll see about that. From US Gold, Probe, and Sega comes Outrun Europa from the early 90s for the Game Gear, which is like a mixture of Outrun, Spy Hunter, and Road Rash, except it's not as good as any of those games. It does have some odd music. Now, fans of Outrun will notice a huge difference right away. You're driving a motorcycle. What is this, Road Rash? You can even get up next to other motorcycles and punch or shoot them and make them explode. Outrun Europa has more of an action, spy, adventure feel to it than your standard Outrun game, but that doesn't necessarily make it better. If anything, it takes away from what makes Outrun good, traditionally. Solid arcade-style racing. In Outrun Europa, you tend to get stuck behind police cars frequently, take random damage from enemy motorcycles, and end up in a jet ski race that you don't want to be in. It's also not a terribly responsive game, a problem I have with most racing games on the Game Gear. I'm not sure if this has a Genesis release, but if it does, it would be a lot better on the Game Gear's bigger brother, the Mega Drive. That's just fun to say. For one thing, this game needs a third button, because in order to accelerate, you have to push up on the D-pad, which always sucks in any game. But wait, it continues to get worse, because if you're unfortunate enough to make it through the motorcycle racing scene, you end up in this jet ski versus helicopter combat race, where you dodge barrels and other annoying jet skiers. Really, the best thing that you can hope for here is that your Game Gear eventually runs out of batteries, which it should do quickly, but I was dumb enough to plug this thing in using the AC adapter. Now, if you can transport yourself back to 1992, grow out that mullet, and put in that Nirvana cassette, you might find this game really cool. Because it's full color, it's explosive, it's action-packed, and it certainly looks different from most of the releases on the black and white Game Boy. But that doesn't make it better either. If you make it through the jet ski scene, you then make it to the driving scene with the Porsche, which isn't any better than the rest of this game. Look, it's pretty simple. You just pass on this one. There's numerous versions of Outrun out there, and most of them are great, but this one is a real letdown. And I'd like to thank our good friend Mohammed in Qatar for donating this, because you've saved a lot of people from buying this game. Like one or two of them at least. In my quest to play every Outrun game, I enjoyed it. Outrun Europa, I don't want to play it again, but now I know. And knowing is half of knowing what not to buy on the Game Gear. The other half is knowing what to buy, which is Road Rash. Or Power Strike 2. Definitely not this one.